No solo artist has dominated K-pop quite like IU. She broke records, topped charts, filled stadiums, and earned a level of respect most idols can only dream of. But here's what makes her story different. She didn't come from a powerful company. She didn't have the perfect trainee image. She had rejection, doubt, and almost nothing to her name. And yet, she became the voice of a generation. This is how IU, the girl once overlooked, smashed K-pop. In the mid-2000s, a young girl named Ji-eun dreamed of becoming a singer. But her family was poor. So poor they once lived in a single room with her grandmother. She auditioned for agency after agency, facing rejection more than 15 times. Most kids would give up. She didn't. Finally, in 2007, she got her chance. She debuted as IU, short for I and You, symbolizing the hope that music could bring artists and listeners together. But success didn't come instantly. Her debut went almost unnoticed. In 2010, everything changed. Her song Good Day became a national phenomenon. People everywhere were trying to imitate her legendary 3 high notes. Overnight, the shy girl who once felt invisible became a household name. She wasn't just another idol. She had a voice that stopped you in your tracks. Most idols are expected to fit a mold: dance, sing, follow the script. IU broke that rule. She started writing her own songs. She poured her feelings into the music. Songs about growing up, about love, about pain, and people connected. Suddenly, IU wasn't just a star. She was an artist. The public adored her. Her bright image, her innocence, her honesty. It all made her the country's sweetheart. By her early 20s, she was everywhere. Topping charts, performing on national TV, acting in hit dramas. But fame isn't always kind. The higher you rise, the harsher the spotlight. IU faced backlash, criticism, and controversies that could have ended her career. But instead of running away, she did something unusual in K-pop. She admitted her mistakes, spoke openly, and stayed true to herself. And her fans stayed too. Because IU wasn't perfect, and that's what made her real. As she grew, her music grew with her. From playful songs to deep, emotional ballads. From bubblegum pop to sophisticated artistry. Her albums like Palette and Lilac showed a woman who was no longer just the little sister of Korea, but a mature artist unafraid of change. IU became the first female soloist to consistently dominate K-pop charts in an industry ruled by groups. She filled stadiums on her own. She held the record for the most #1 hits on Korea's digital charts. She wasn't just competing with idols, she was standing above them. From Dream High to Hotel del Luna, IU proved she wasn't just a singer. She could carry dramas with her acting, earning critical acclaim and more fans worldwide. Today, she's not just a K-pop star. She's a cultural icon, respected by peers, adored by fans, and admired by younger artists who see her as proof that you don't have to follow the system. You can create your own. IU's journey wasn't easy. She wasn't the prettiest trainee. She wasn't the most supported idol. But she had something stronger: resilience, honesty, and the ability to turn her pain into music. From a girl in a small room with nothing to one of the most influential artists in Korea. For all the love and respect IU received, she often carried the weight of fame in silence. She has spoken about feeling isolated, about the pressure of being called a role model, and the fear of letting people down. Behind her calm smile, she admitted that some days she felt like she was barely holding it together. Fame gave her the world, but it also took away her freedom. Every step was watched, every word dissected, and yet she never stopped showing up for the fans, for the music, for herself. Unlike many idols who sing words written for them, IU took control of her music. She wrote and composed songs that were deeply personal, diaries disguised as melodies. When she released Palette, she wasn't just singing about turning 25. She was confessing her confusion, her insecurities, and her growth. Her fans weren't just listeners, they were witnesses to her life, chapter by chapter. Through music, IU built something rare in K-pop: trust. Her audience didn't just consume her songs, they believed her. Success never made her forget where she came from. IU became known for her generosity, quietly donating millions to hospitals, children's programs, and disaster relief. But she rarely sought attention for it. Most of the time, the public only learned about her donations through the organizations themselves. She once said that giving was her way of sharing the love she had received. It was proof that the girl who once had nothing never forgot the value of kindness. IU's relationship with her fans, known as Uaena, is unlike anything else in K-pop. At concerts, she speaks to them as if they are friends, sharing stories, cracking jokes, even asking about their lives. And when she cries on stage, it doesn't feel like weakness, it feels like honesty. Her fans don't just cheer for her success, they stay because they know the person behind the spotlight. IU doesn't stand above them, she stands with them. Long before she became IU, Ji-eun was just a teenager standing in cramped audition rooms, facing rejection after rejection. She failed more than 15 times. Some companies told her she didn't have the right look. Others said her voice was nothing special. But she refused to quit. That resilience, the stubborn belief that she belonged on stage, shaped her entire career. When people told her no, she turned it into fuel. That same fire still burns in her music today. Every artist has a moment that changes everything. For IU, it was a cold winter in 2010, when she performed Good Day live for the first time. As she reached the climax, she hit not one, not two, but 3 soaring high notes in a row. The audience erupted. That moment didn't just prove her talent, it announced her as a force no one could ignore. To this day, fans still talk about the 3 high notes as the performance that made IU untouchable. But success never erased the shadows. IU has spoken openly about battling loneliness, about the pressure of always smiling while feeling empty inside. She once admitted that writing songs was her way of surviving, the only way she could process her pain without breaking down. That honesty was risky in an industry built on perfection, but instead of pushing fans away, it made them love her even more. Because they didn't just see IU, the star, they saw Ji-eun, the human being behind the spotlight. Over time, IU became more than a celebrity. She became a voice of comfort. Young people who felt lost found solace in her lyrics. Artists who felt trapped in the system saw her as proof that you could succeed without losing yourself. Even her peers in the industry call her a role model. For many, she isn't just the nation's little sister, she's the nation's guide. Someone who shows that kindness, honesty, and resilience can shine brighter than any scandal or trend. IU's story isn't finished. She's still growing, still experimenting, still searching for the next version of herself. Every album feels like a new chapter in her diary. Every drama shows a new side of her. And maybe that's the secret. IU doesn't chase trends, she chases truth. And that's why, years from now, people won't just remember her as a star. They'll remember her as an artist who lived honestly, gave generously, and inspired millions. IU's journey reminds us that success isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. From a girl who faced rejection after rejection, to the woman who defined a generation, her story is still being written. And if you want to follow more journeys of the artists who changed music forever, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and join us for the next story.